So hello and welcome to the podcast. This is my podcast. I hope you enjoy it. You might not like it. You might think it's shit. And if you think it's shit, then well, go and fuck your mum. It's an option. We're playing with options. We're playing with options. That's what life's all about, playing with options. The more options you have, the better. We're laughing tea gigs, right? We're laughing tea gigs. So yeah, the fuck is the echo? Your mother's a fucking echo. So yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles. Hello and welcome to my podcast, Araf Says Stuff. Yes, I've got a podcast finally. I've been wanting to do one for such a long time, but I thought this is the perfect time. My school in China's closed, so I thought, why not? I've got some spare time. Well, I'm doing online classes. I'm still teaching the students online, but I've got a bit free time on a night, so I thought, I'll do a podcast. I've got some interesting things to say. I've lived in Libya for like 13 years. I've lived in England for about, a lot of years. And now I'm living in China. So I've got some stories to tell. And we can talk about the news. What's going on in the news and the current events. Very depressing, but we can have an opinion about that. Some of you might be thinking, oh, Araf, your camera quality is not very good. Your mic looks a bit cheap, what's going on? I always watch the Joe Rogan show and he's got like the high-tech equipment. Oh, 2 seconds, mate. Let's pull that wad of cash out. I've got no fucking money, mate. And some others might be thinking, oh, well, don't you always buy things from Taobao? They're about £1 each, mate. Chill out, mate. And yeah, I don't know if you've noticed all these toys in the background. Let's just say I've never grew up. My motto is never grow up unless you have to. Unless you got like a, one of those girlfriends where they basically tell you to grow up and get a grip. I haven't got one of those, so yeah, never grow up. I've got my toys, yeah. In other words, mind your own fucking business. What I've got in my house, mate. It's like me coming to your mother's house, asking her what coloured pants she's got in her drawers. I wouldn't do that. Well, if you're tricky about me toys, I'm going to do that. And I'll be your daddy. And before you say anything, oh, everyone's doing podcasts, Araf, you're just copying. Whoa. I done my first podcast in 2008. Me and my mate, it was my idea, me and my mate went to the park and I said, what about if we record a video about us just talking about random stuff, just topics, video it and put it on the internet and just call it, a video or something random. He said, yeah, whatever. So we went to the park and we got our video camera out and we made a video. The topic was, does a rat, a rat, it's quite big, isn't it? Does a rat, or can a rat go under a door with just this amount of space, like a small amount of space under the door? Can a rat squeeze under? So my point of view was, yes, it can, because rats can squeeze under anything really. They go into your house, and you're always thinking, oh, how did it come in my house? Because they're squeezing under the door. No matter how thin the gap is. My friend Jimmy, he turned around and said, no, you stupid Araf, you've got no clue. The gap has to be this big for a huge rat to squeeze under, or there's no chance. I was getting, no way, it has to be this high. This high, like really, really thin gap for it to squeeze in. It can't squeeze under any gap. He wasn't convinced. Anyway, we talked about that throughout the podcast, recorded it. We never posted it at the end. I'm not really sure why. Probably because it was fucking shit. But yeah. But we all forgot about that podcast for after a while. But I think that discussion really got to us. Like, it was a very heated discussion. Like, every time I don't really see him, obviously because I live in China now. But every time I'm home and I see him on a night out, we'll have a good time, we're having drinks, we're having a laugh, reminiscing about the good old days, the glory days. But every time one of our friends pops up and says, didn't you two fall out about the rat discussion under the doors? And it just brings it all back up. He says, yeah, we did actually, but because obviously the rat can't go in. I was going, hold on a minute, sausage boy. What do you mean the rat can't squeeze in? So we'd argue again, and then it gets a bit heated up. I go home, he goes the other way. And the air just goes full circle, and we don't talk to each other for a while because, yeah, it's a very sensitive subject, like. Apparently, there was rumors circulating around the grapevine and the orange vine that I threatened his whole family. I said I'd treat them like rats and stamp all over their heads if he kept disagreeing with me, that rats couldn't fit under a little space under a door. I just want to confirm right now that these rumors are totally true. Or not true, these rumors are not true. I'm denying them. But I will say this, the rumors will circulate again if you keep going on like an absolute tit. That's not a threat, mate. That's a promise. No, that's not a promise, that's a threat. No, it's not a threat, it's not a threat. Right, this conversation, I wanted this podcast to be very family-oriented, very like homely and nice, but it's turned a little sour. So let's reel it back in, right. Russia. Yeah, let's not talk about that. Putin is probably watching me right now where he's got my number. But actually, I know a lot about Russia. I used to date this Russian girl for a few years, a while back now, but yeah, we dated for a few years. She told me a lot about Russia, the good and the bad, you know. There's a lot of bad there, a lot of struggles. But yeah, she told me a lot about the man, about Putin, and so I know a lot about him right now. In my conclusion, my evaluation and my assessment on him is that he's off his tits. Yeah, he's got a screw loose. A bit like my friend, Jamie Mack. So I've got a ginger friend back. Why did I have to say ginger friend? Well, it's ginger. He's a friend. Yeah, my ginger friend, Jamie Mack. He's got the old mental problems. Who hasn't got them these days? So yeah, we'd go out on a night out, and usually when we go out, had a few drinks, he'd pull out his squirtle out and just waddle it all around everywhere and show it to everyone. Very proud of himself, like a very confident lad. I'm sure the mental problems helped the situation. But yeah, I mean, I'm not judging him. It's a hobby, and that's his hobby, so I'm definitely not judging him. We've all got a hobby, so that's certainly not mine. I once drank piss. There I go, lying again. I've drank piss more than once. My own piss, not anybody else's piss. Look, if you don't try it, you don't know. Yeah, so that's why I've tried it. Anyway, changing the subject really quick. Back to my friend Jamie. So yeah, he's one of these lads that just couldn't enjoy himself unless he caused havoc. He couldn't just go out and have a conversation about, you know, the day's occurrence, you know, the work life, family life, about football. He couldn't talk about any of those topics. He had to have a few drinks, then pull his kegs down and just cause absolute mayhem, absolute carnage. Get kicked out, fights with the doorman. I just never got that. Why couldn't you just go out and have a little fun? But, you know, yeah, look, we're all different at the end of the day, so no judge. He's a nice lad apart from that. Yeah, I'll probably go out on many nights out with him again. I'll just obviously take my precaution, probably buy some special glasses that can't see the fucker. But yeah, if I do more than one podcast, if this is not my only podcast and I keep doing them, I could get him on the interview one day and interview him. He's not a celebrity. Well, he kind of is a celebrity in my local area, actually. Well, his bottom half is anyway, but that's a different story altogether. So yeah, if you can tell me what topics you want me to talk about, or if you want my opinion on anything, just let me know in the comments below and we can discuss those things on a different episode. But just for this episode, I just wanted to be very, very general, just talk about absolute carnage, about absolute crap, maybe about Russia. So everyone's free to come on here, no judgment from me. It's not one of those channels where we pick who we like and who we don't. It's very, very loose opinion. We don't really care. Look, if you come on here and say you like eating shit on a Friday afternoon because you've got it in your back pocket, spare for later, I'll be like, you know, Riz, that's your prerogative, mate. I'll probably think you're a bit weird, like. But I'll not judge you. It is what it is. I've seen some. I've seen worse in my life. I've lived in Libya. I've lived in Libya for 13 years. 13 years. I've seen it all. I'd like to think I've seen it all. I don't want to see any more than what I saw there. Beautiful country, beautiful people. But it doesn't mean that I didn't see a lot of criminal acts over there. I probably will tell a lot of my stories from Libya on other podcasts because there's some really crazy stories from back in the day. Like my dad being in prison for over 10 years. He told me some bad, horrible, nasty stories while he was in prison in Libya under Gaddafi. Gaddafi was the ruler back then. And yeah, the stories are something else, something else. The prisons in Britain are like a holiday camp compared to the prisons back in Libya. But yeah, that'll be for another day. So just a general story about what's going on here. I started a podcast. We're talking about general things, the news, or just whatever really. China, as I live in China right now. Libya, as I used to live in Libya. And stuff like that. And if some of you don't know, I'm on TikTok as well, videoing everything what goes on here in China. Like food tasting videos, culture, just going around, walking around China, showing you everything about China. So yeah, some cool videos on there. I'll probably make more videos like that on YouTube as well, because I can make longer videos, so that's pretty cool as well. But I just wanted to talk about Russia. No, not Russia. Is that toilet open again? Fuck my life. Actually, I want to talk about when I first started TikTok. So I started TikTok during lockdown when I was in England. That's a long story too. I'll talk about it another day. Why I came back from China to England. I had to. Coronavirus came here. There was a big rush to go to England to avoid getting locked here. It's a crazy story as well. I'll tell that story another day because it's pretty long. So anyway, I was in England for like 9-10 months. I couldn't come back here because of the lockdown situation. And I decided to go on TikTok just to kill time, you know, bored, stuff like that. It was all good and everything like that. Then obviously I came to China and started recording my like quarantine videos and stuff. They were very interesting, got a lot of views, a lot of people started watching them. And then when I got to China, started recording a lot of my videos. Every time one of my videos goes on the For You page, like other people see my video, even if it's like a crisp review video, you always get some right cunt turning around in the comments saying, well, the government, why the fuck are you commenting about the government? I'm doing a crisp review. Oh yeah, but President James, where did we get from a crisp review to the government, mate? This is not a political channel. So if you are on TikTok and you don't like my China videos, kindly wank your dad off, like, because I ain't interested. To be fair, all my followers are proper sound, proper sound. But usually, well, not always, but just say like every 3 months, 4 months, one of my videos will go on the main page where other people see it that are not my followers. I don't know why it's that rare, but it's very, very rare that my video will go on the actual For You page, not the follower For You page, but the actual For You page, where people that don't follow me see it. And especially if it's a China video, you'll always get a few comments. Oh, the government. Oh, do you support? Do you know what China? Mate, I'm here teaching, right? Teaching. I'm teaching. I've got a job, right? And I'm doing crisp reviews. Sometimes I'll do chocolate reviews, like if they're political. But yeah, interested in your political little arguments. Like I'm here just doing a job. If you are doing into politics, or you don't like something or something, go on political channel or go on the news, or come here and do a rally or demonstration. I don't give a fuck, mate. Go and get your dick wet and maybe you'll be alright. Right, anyway, enough of that. I don't know how we got here. This is supposed to be a family-oriented channel, very homely. Very soft, very warm, very warm. Yeah, not very warm, but fucking warm. On this channel, we haven't got strong opinions. We just have a laugh. We can talk about politics, but we haven't got strong opinions. You know, we'll have our opinion, and that's it. We can't change our minds. I don't like these people that don't change their minds. You know. Oh well, I like blah 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 because I don't. Fair enough, mate. But this is my point of view. A lot of people don't like to listen to your point of view, whatever it is, which is a shame. I like people that go into a discussion that are open-minded to change their minds. There's not a lot of people like that, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, so this channel is about literally anything. Araf says, what is my channel's name? Araf says stuff. Araf says stuff. What a name! What a name! I think that was my first choice as well. Literally out of the hat, first name. So yeah, tune in for the next podcast. I hope you enjoyed this one. It's just talking about random things, having a laugh, yeah, enjoying ourselves. Yeah, but if you feel lonely and you want to chat, comment below. I'll comment back. We can talk about topics. Give me ideas for topics for the future. We can talk about them. Yeah, it'll be a laugh. We'll have a great time. So thanks very much for watching my first podcast. Just imagine in 10 years' time, I could be interviewing Elon Musk. Just imagine. Or this will be my only podcast because I can't be bothered to make another one. Hey, you just never know. You just never know. You never know. So anyway, thanks for watching my first podcast. Maybe my only one. You never know. You'll have to keep tuned in to know. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one, if there is a next one. I'll see you later. Adios.